The day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. That's nice of you, Yuri. Thank you so much. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. That just brings up a point, though. As I said last time, like, things with me and Yuri kind of escalated up. But now I feel like I'm taking a path with Sayori, so I don't know how things are going to work out with Yuri. We'll see. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Why is there no music? I just know. Oh, this is awkward. Noko! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. Wait, hold on. So, in one of the episodes, I said that I would keep my game folder open, and hold on, let me just... I'm not sure if I can pull this up or not. Oh, hi. Oh, how do I get OBS to... Hold up. Yeah, so this one just popped up. Oh, happy thoughts, but with X's instead of the A and the O. Oh. Wait, hold on, where am I? There you go. But yeah, that scared the shit out of me. Okay. So, alright, let's just go on. So, let's just get rid of that for now. And let's switch back to PC. There you go. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. God damn it. Oh, I feel like I should have gone with her, but I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Noko. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I guess Sayori told her, but like, come on. What? I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Yeah? Monica being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. You know everything, and that's not good. Hey, don't you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. It's scaring me that there's no music. Why is there no music? Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? Flip to Yuri's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Oh god, Sayori. Oh no. Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Noko? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori, so... Ah, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Oh no, Sayori, I swear to god you better be okay. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I end up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house, that really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? Well, we are a couple now, so I guess I have to. In any case, this feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. Oh god, Sayori, I swear to god, you better be okay. Oh god, my guys, my heart is racing. I really don't want to enter her room like this. Is it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori... Shit! Oh my god. Oh, oh no, Sayori... What is... Game line 307, see traceback.txt for detail. Oh my god, guys, my heart. Oh, and there's a new... I gotta switch. Oh my god. Oh my god, Sayori. Oh, wait. Oh, that's Sayori. Oh, no, my... Traceback.text. I'm sorry, but an unaccounted exception occurred. Restart. Oh, geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I could probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? It'd probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Ahaha. Well, here goes nothing. That's fucking Monica, isn't it? Oh my god. Oh my god, guys, my heart. Oh, what? Okay, well, I don't know Python yet, but I'm getting there, but... Jesus Christ. Oh man, I should have fucking gone with her, but... Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sorry you wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. Oh fuck, so I should have told her I didn't want a relationship? I shouldn't have told her I loved her? Oh fuck. Oh fuck. So did I pick wrong? I'm sorry, I'm still like in complete shock. Oh. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it's always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Well, you see... Oh, well, no, that's too late. God damn it. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now, I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 That's it? No, there's more. I know there's more. Oh. Okay. Okay, well, that is horrifying. Wait, so can I still load? Okay, so my save is still there, which is great. But... Oh my god. Okay, well, that's creepy. I don't even know. This is where New Game was. Oh. Okay, the music's back, but I'm not liking it. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she just doesn't care. That girl is... my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it's just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waking up. But if she's going to be chasing after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and tell an idol in front of the crosswalk and look, catch up to me. Oh. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. That is honestly me. That is such a mood. But wait, so it rewrote the whole story? Okay, well, there's something going on. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Well, I mean, I've been to an anime club and there's girls in it, but that's... The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Okay? Okay. Oh god, it was just a static, but that... like, I'm on edge now. Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. Been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. But having your smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What'd you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you can check the closet? You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. I don't like this. I don't like this. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She's always insisted that manga's literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Ooh, the plot. Well, that's obviously Natsuki, but... Oh, I'm not sure how comfortable I'd feel about that. Hey, Noko? By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could, at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. She's got me. Besides, how could I never ever refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. Really sweet, Noko, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. I sold my soul for a cupcake the last time. We timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Oh. Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay, one breather later, and I'm back. Oh wait, shit, I'm back. And I brought a guest with me. Eh? God. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Noko. All words escaping the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monika's boyfriend, right? Wait, what? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. A small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, that Monika, wait, wasn't Monika the, not Monika, it was Yuri the vice president originally? Who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Noko in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Noko? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. That must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Wow, she does not seem as energetic as before. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. You meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Noko, what kind of things do you like to read? Oh, shit, again, some good old Kingdom Hearts manga, yes, that's me. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. So, most of this is the same, but it's like the game adjusted so that it's written without Sayori, which... Things are going on behind the scene, Monika, but... let's keep going. What about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you out for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book. No, the fuck I have not. I put that again there. I'm not... Like, even with this game, it's simple and, like, cute in a way. But, oh my god, my heart was pounding. That fucking Sayori. Anyway. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Anyway, I'd expect that from you, Yuri. Here's your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only but for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrappaper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working for on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and then showing them even deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable even enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. You all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it would be a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture this club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, seems like a good step for us to take in. Do you agree as well, Nako? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I'll lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. It was 4 originally. Where's Sayori? But, I'm sorry, I thought, Huh? The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Noko. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless. Again. Is this what being a simpist like? How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is this price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Noko? Yeah. It could be fun, right? It really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Noko, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. Thinking with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. And remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring up the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Noko, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. Well, this would be the part where I'd walk home with Sayori, but I guess not. With that, I depart the clubroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. There's a 4th one you're missing. I will not get over that. I'm like scared though, like trying to click like my hand. Will I really be able to be happy spending every day after school at a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I'm not having fun. You would like a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. God damn it. Why? Yeah. Awesome. Hey, just letting you know, this person's still dead. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think here, like, I have a good grasp of, like, who likes what. Wait, should I go with Yuri? Or should I go with Natsuki? Like, I was getting close with Yuri the last time because of the whole, like, she came over to my house thing. Should I try Natsuki this go around? Like, I mean, it's pretty gruff on the outside, which I'm kind of like, fuck it. Let's explore everything, right? Okay, so she likes cute things, so bunny. Raindrops? Okay, that was Yuri. Summer. Feather. Hair. Kitty. Cute. Hop. Hey, so what happens if I pick a Sayori word? Because you like something like calm. Okay, let's just go Sayori then. Pleasure. Oh, that was also Yuri. Family. Lazy. Skirt. Romance. Hawaii. Easy. Mouse. Joy. Oh, shit. Silly. Jump. Oh, that was the name of one of Natsuki's poems. Tears. Did I pick a wrong word? God. Okay. God damn it, I hate this so much. Hi again, Noko. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Hahaha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back to the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging. Oh my god, hold up. Okay, I'm looking at OBS, which is on this side of my thing. Here's Doki Doki, OBS. Even the music seemed like a little distorted. I take this off just to like, it's because I'm getting those nervous sweats. And then that shit happens. I think I'm just gonna keep this back on. Thanks for keeping your promise, Noko. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. God, why am I doing this? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. I already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. She's in the front of the... Okay, the game is breaking. Like, Yuri's face came out weird. Natsuki was popping up weird. I just got a blue ring on my mouse, and now Monica is in front of the... Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone who... Oh, that's Monica. Natsuki certainly you have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Wait, manga is literature. There you go. Saved it. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Isn't your like everything kind of looks like a little crooked too, right? I'm sorry, Noko. I'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like you ask. Like that if you ask. Wait, didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that should help you get started on something you might like. I don't like that the music sounds so distorted, it's like adding on. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so oh fuck, I forgot that Yuri gave me a book at the beginning. Alright, so maybe I will go with Yuri this time around instead of Natsuki. The short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want it. It's really bothering me that this is tilted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, shit. Yuri, thank you so much. I'll definitely read this, thank you. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Okay, there you go, everything reset. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. Okay, the music went from like really fast to like now it's starting to die down. Like it's going back to normal. But like that's when it wants to get you, right? I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica. Okay. Maybe I should have gone with Yuri. You never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Yeah. Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into unless you figure out where the other person stands. That's honestly true. Like, I was in between two high schools because I had to move. I was in Jersey, I moved to New York, and when I was in Jersey, like, anime was kind of like not highly mentioned there a lot. So like, there was barely anyone who talked about it at all. And then moving into my new high school, everyone was just talking, well, not everyone, but like there was at least anime was more open to discussion than before. So a lot of differences, so leave it at that. How did you know anyway? I heard you bringing it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pulled it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Getting a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. That is, well, I don't read a lot, but like even with my sport manga collection, I always make sure that it's by volume. So like this is number 2, and then I have 1 and 3. I want to get the other sets, but I know that feel. You get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything, I'm just saying that I heard of it before. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Noko. Consider this a... I didn't even get to read, but don't judge a book by its cover, I'm assuming. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Oh, again with the book, like... Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. So it's exceedingly Mo. So either Ruby, yeah, Ruby pretty much comes to mind, 4 girls all standing in a certain pose. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit here. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Yeah, why's that? Ah, I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. It makes me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I don't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, but much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read at the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish reading the entire series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Quick little slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of those since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Okay, yeah, she looks like a freshman. Well, I don't know how the Japanese schooling education system works, but I'm at a loss. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Yeah? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Oh. Ooh, that got sad really quick. Oh, Natsuki, I'm sorry. Jeez. Sorry. Like I could get any of my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I just gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? No, the loser one's pretty spot on. I mean, I feel like I can't keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Why is Natsuki's text like this? I don't get it. At least it's safe here in the club room. Monika's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Oh. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Okay, last time I faded to black, like I opened my eyes and Sayori was like right there, and I'm just gonna like slowly avert my gaze. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki? Yeah? Suddenly Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Okay, I don't know. Oh jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the music's gone again. Oh man. Nope. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears out the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Noko. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Oh god, I'm scared. Okay, Monika, you seem... Well, you kind of like popped up in front of the text, which seemed weird. Yuri, like everything was tilted, and then you had a weird face, and Natsuki, same with you and your text, is like a big blob. So... Okay, let's go back to our first tactic here. Monika. Start with Monika again. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I wanted to know I'm putting in effort. Hi Noko. Having a good time so far? No the fuck I'm not. No I'm not. Good, glad to hear it. Glad to know you care. By the way, since you're new and everything, have you ever any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? Oh, I haven't saved yet, I should do that. Oh, and of course my save is gone. Is it because I started a new game, or...? Yeah, probably. It's like that with Breath of the Wild, and I hit the wrong slot, god damn it. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Noko. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I am Monaco, my poem. I like it, Noko. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, well, yeah, we'll go for Natsuki. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. That was shutting down. This is just a guess, but I think she is so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Okay, this just took a very uncomfortable turn. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. How's that a bright side? Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But it wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced. Wait, isn't this the same one? Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Well, that's very mild, but nice. What do you think? It's very freeform. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you can say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about that deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Yep, this is the... Yep, okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Wait, hold on, there was a button I can skip. It says skip unseen to... Oh no, wait, that's unseen. After choices. So it's just a skip button. Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. How many passes more than enough time for her to finish reading? Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just erase my voice? I'm so sorry. Mary buries her face in her hands. Oh no, she's again looking to the side, playing with her hair. Can't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, is that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes from practice. Yeah, so this is all the same thing, though. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. Shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Yeah, this is... No, I don't... Her happy face is nice, though. Yeah, this is all the same. Tendrils of my hair. So this is all the same. I'm sorry. No, yep. Same. Terrible handwriting. I just don't read script. What does the skip button do? Okay then. So so long as all that was the same. Oh well, no, I never appealed to Natsuki though. So let's see how this turns out. Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Yeah. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and if you can go, ha, well it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that I don't even have to go announcing to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Yeah, I get that a lot. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Yep. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Yeah, so just be honest. I am. Basically convinced I wouldn't like it, well, because everyone in high school thinks, nah. Yeah, this is all... Okay, so I can skip. Phew. Wait a second. That changed. Oh my god, that's Sayori. That is Sayori. Oh, okay, no, music's changing again. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. Oh no. I was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for the mediocre writing skills. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Oh, this is where they fight, but Sayori... Well, Sayori's right there, but... She's not here in person. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Yeah? Did you say something? No, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you really have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it doesn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Okay. Yeah, yeah, they like it. Oh, I liked it. Yep, I appreciate it. Oh, I didn't realize you're so invested. Yep, yeah, that's not what you're just... Maybe you're just jealous that Naoko appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Okay, are you that full of yourself? No. Full of myself? Go make overly cute. Well, you know what? Boobs grew bigger. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... Okay, this is where Sayori would jump in. I mean, she's still... Again, she's right there, but... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Oh, this is not how things ended up last time. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you really want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Naoko hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Something Yuri towards me is... Naoko. She's making me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How'd I get... Oh, can't read that fast. Yuri. Okay, Natsuki. Okay, none of them are working. None of it. Okay. Okay. Hey, Noko. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. I really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Well, shouldn't we help them, like Sayori did? Like, try to ease down things? Especially you're the club president. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I ever have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh no, she's crying. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Noko, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. You know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Well, if someone really hurt me verbally, I'm kind of one to, like, hard to forget, but I don't see that logic, Monica. They don't sugarcoat it. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home for now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Noko. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing you trouble, but I really... Okay, yeah, Monica's definitely doing something, but oh my god. Now here's where curiosity has me. Like, I did spend I think I spent a little time with Yuri. I haven't spent any attention to Monica. Well, yeah, I haven't spent time with her, but I also haven't spent time with Natsuki. So I'm curious to see where her storyline goes. With Yuri, I kind of have a decent, I have a decent amount of information for everyone. Like, Sayori, we already know what happened with her. Monica, I don't exactly know everything except for the fact that she's kind of behind everything. And then with Yuri, she's more, I guess she's has some issues going on with herself in which, like, she's resorting to cutting herself, which was explained by Natsuki. And with Natsuki, according to Monica, is like she has a horrible relationship with her dad, so she's not, or she's she has malnutrition. Oh god, so decisions. Okay, well, let's go with Yuri this time, I suppose. Because, I mean, I felt bad she wanted to read with me, so... intellectual. Vivacious. Secretive. Anxiety. Electricity. Incongruent. Whatever that word was. Empty. Oh, so this is easy now. Like, I can just pick the happy words or the sad words, or the very simple words or the complex words. Except for wonderful, because... misfortune. Okay, let's just stick with that. Disarray. Tenacious. Marriage? No. Depression. There we go. Climax. Kiss? No. Fuck. Excitement? No. Romance? No. Destiny? There you go. Controllable. Determination. Okay, another file came up. Just hold on. Desktop. Here, this file right here. I hate this. I can't do anything. Nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I wouldn't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Oh my god. Okay, that chill just went down my spine. Well, nice to know Sayori's still... Or no, I'm not getting it. Nice to know Sayori's here in spirit. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Noko. Ah, hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. Oh, hi, Yuri. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Yeah, well, glad to know this is back and it's not just Sayori's room. Something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri. I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Yeah, something's off. We're missing a fourth person. Maybe we're just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Noko, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around and... Sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man... Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri's clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki's addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. Oh wow, that's like a little like sad expression. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Oh my god. Monika said she would completely forget. And she completely forgot. Yeah? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... What is going on with your mouth? And your eyes? Meebles, sailcloth, blind sight, lifeline, anon. Receptor faultlessly offered serenade. I'll accept your apology anyway. It helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Oh. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. No, that makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. You must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? Yeah, okay, so this is piano. Okay, still, yeah. Thanks, Yuri. Play for us. Well, I'm working on a song, not quite done yet. Should be better, sounds cool, look forward to it. So, won't let me down. You mean any pressure? No, don't worry. See, that gives best of luck, thanks. No, not really. Chose not to bring up anything that the Rio was talked about. Besides, Natsuki already run off into the closet. Noko, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave me that book to me. Well, I just need to make sure that Natsuki's waiting for me. After you finished reading yesterday, she's fine. Oh, that's a change of expression. She's reading over there, so it's okay, right? In that case, I don't see any problem. Okay. Oh wow, that's a very happy look. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My head just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. You need some Advil, or like, you need some medicine? Oh shit, I'm still in... I wonder how long I was on this for. There you go. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of her book out of her bag. What's the story about, anyway? Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and asphyxiating them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Wait, affixing them to what, though? I need to know now. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. Well, that's kind of... I didn't think that at all, but... kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Noko? No, I'm not at all. Oh, look, so Yuri's gone. Oh, no, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. Okay, now it's getting hot in here. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of thing that challenges you to look at life from a new, strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. We're recording for about an hour, so let me just make a new recording. Alright, a new recording. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Okay, so even you have the black text now. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. What was that? What was that? I heard like a little... I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. The literature club, after all. That's... Well, that's true. In fact. Might as well get started. Okay, wait, hold on. I think another thing just popped up on the... This is 12:55. The little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality, the writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their hosts, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mass is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Okay. Again, sent a chill down my spine. Okay, let's just go back here. I am not enjoying myself, in case you haven't noticed. Okay. Is it because I opened it? Yes. Gonna put this back on, because fucking hell. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bed. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. You soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling of... Can I read it, please? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Aww. We're sharing the book. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted there for a second. Whew. Whew. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so that I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh. No, I didn't... No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. I didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yeah, you look like you're about to burst into joy. A very explicit joy. Yeah? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as I feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Noko? Did something happen just now? No. I have no idea. Excuse me. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. I say you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. No. This is the one downside of like being the one man and the only guy in the group, is that if you do the slightest thing or like a girl acts up in the slightest way, they're all gonna look at you like you did something. It's your fault. Haha, don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Hey, why don't you start sharing our poems with each other? Yeah? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, making a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. Natsuki? I like your last one better. Eh? Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring all this all out. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in this club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you're spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was never taught to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I'm waiting for you or anything.
Here's something I found on dictionary.
Alexa, stop. I forgot to meet that. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Amy likes Spite. Oh, she didn't even get to read me her second poem the other day because she figured out I was writing it for Sayori. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing is my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. A lot of her friends started like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? Quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. No, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Sometimes that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. And that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as the two of the girls in this very club, whom I respectively won't name. Well, there's only two other girls in the club. Natsuki. Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Geez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? Like, I just read your poem. For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess, thanks. It's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so... Whatever, we're done sharing, so you can leave now. Oh, I kind of feel bad now. Oh, man. I feel bad. How you get, Noko? How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Masterpiece. Okay, no, this is similar. Alright, great job. Yep. Oh wait, fuck, no, this is different. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's afraid. Oh wait, no, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. Yep. Oh no, it's talking about Yuri. I don't think she's indulged. They start for social interactions. I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think it's if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. Still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I just wish I could go get my poem now. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Okay, yeah, this is the same poem. Oh, no, delete her. Okay, no. Okay, this is... Oh, this is like the same poem. I'm getting chills again. Same poem, but kind of the noise won't stop. Violent grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sound cosine tangent, like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. Endless poem of meaningless. Delete her. Okay, that's different. Okay. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing for the day. Sometimes you have to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. Hold on.